You guys, this has just been a rough time right now. You know, my children are getting older. I'm thinking, oh good, they're gonna go out of the house. My parenting is almost all done. And now my parents, my husband's parents, they're needing our help. So I feel like I'm parenting children and I'm parenting parents. And I'm just overwhelmed.
I hear you. I've got 6 children I'm homeschooling, and 2 of them I'm teaching to drive, and 2 of them I'm teaching to read. That's overwhelming.
Think that's overwhelming? Could you imagine being a hairdresser with 2 kids, having to please everyone, being in ministry, having a husband, and having to meet all these expectations that everyone else has for you? That's overwhelming.
I'm really feeling overwhelmed with ministry. I know my calling, but I don't know the next steps, and I just really am feeling overwhelmed with that.
Well, I was just ready to begin to enjoy another phase of our lives. We had just gone through the empty nest and got used to it. And we were ready to go traveling and seeing other sights in the world. And then one day my husband woke up and he could not walk, and he had his first episode of MS. And our whole life is turned around on a dime. And we never know what it's going to do. And I'm a caretaker now for the rest of my life. And though I love my husband, I'm frustrated by the disease because it frustrates him, and I try to keep him balanced, but at the same time I become unbalanced. I'm overwhelmed.
I just got a text, and you know, my mom fell and she broke her leg in the 4 places, and she's in Austin, I'm in Oklahoma, and she's not me to get her. Guys, I need you to pray because I don't know how I can help my sister, and I'm just so overwhelmed.
Janie, we will definitely pray for you, and I am so sorry. I'm sorry that you're going through all that. And all of you. I know you all have situations in your own life, and life just gets overwhelming sometimes. And I understand. I know what it's like to have parents. You know, I've lost both of my parents. So I know what that's like. I know what it's like to have not 6 kids, Anastasia, but I have 5 kids, and I know what that's like. And you know, ministry is tough sometimes, and you know, but as much as we can get overwhelmed by life and the fears and the worry and just everything that comes at us every day, we can actually be overwhelmed with God, overwhelmed by Christ. And so I want to invite you, June 24th and June 25th, 2016, we are going to dig into God's Word through a conference called Overwhelmed. And instead of being overwhelmed by life, you can be overwhelmed with Christ and His love. So join us. We will have Mike Weaver from Big Daddy Weave doing the worship service, and we will have Joy Green from Joy Time Ministries, and she will be leading us through an experience of learning how to, instead of being overwhelmed by life, to be overwhelmed with Christ. So thank you, and we will see you then.
I delight